Good morning YouTube and welcome back to another video. I will be honest, I have tried to record all week, so my week's been recorded but in very short bursts, so like I do a little bit of talking before a workout and then completely forget to do anything the rest of the day. It's been one of them weeks where I've been super busy, where I've got a friend, he's coming from Australia, he's going back to the UK, but he's spending like 4 days here, and with that it's just meant I've had to cram a lot of work in over this week. We also decided to change Rome's bedroom, so we moved him into the one at the back of the house. It's slightly bigger, but also we were thinking in advance that that room's got like a decent sized balcony on it, and when he's a little bit older and it's not as hot, it'd be nice for him to be able to play on that balcony. So we've also been sorting all that stuff out. It's been one of them weeks where I probably shouldn't have started it, but when Freya said it, I thought you don't have as much to do as what I've got to finish off, so I thought I'll give you something to distract yourself or like to do, because I know when she wants to do something, it's very much like let's get it done there and then. She did say like after your friend comes, but I thought let's just make the swap now, because I know like after they come I might not want to, and I had like an hour and a half free where I could take the bed down, move the bed, so we did that. But yeah, I've had drips and drabs of recording this week, so it was meant to be a full week in the life, but now it's Thursday, so it's got to be a day in the life, and I have to record today because my friend is here 5 AM tomorrow. So we're starting off, it's 6:40, a little bit later than normal, but I'll be honest, the past couple of nights Rome's been waking up at the same sort of time, and I'm not the one that settles him, but it was still like, it wakes me up, wakes Freya up, then he comes into our bed for a little bit. But last night he came into the bed. Normally when we do that he's like asleep, but I kept getting slapped every so often in the face. It was one of them nights. So yeah, a little bit later, because I could do with an extra hour in bed from when the alarm went off. It's all well and good like getting up at them times, but recovery is also important. So where I've got a little bit of space here and there, like I could just work a little bit later to do it, then I will. Obviously tomorrow when I've got intervals, I need him to sleep all the way through, because I've got to get up at 3:30 to start my intervals at 4, to get home at 4:50, to shower, to leave the house at around 5 o'clock to go pick up my friend. It's a day like that where it's like we need everything to be perfect, but on a day where sure I've got different items scheduled throughout a day, like gotta go get a haircut, we've got to go do some shopping, we've got to record, I've got to record YouTube for my other YouTube channel, got to record content for Instagram, got to edit content for TikTok, so it's like there's loads of different pieces today. But it's one of them days where it's like not set times, so I don't have to be here at this time, and that's something that my brain always struggles with, but I'm trying to work on. It's if it's not in the routine that I've planned out, it does affect my mood. It's annoying, I know, but it's something that just trying to spend time processing it a little bit more, that it's not the end of the world if I wasn't starting my swim at 6 o'clock, I wasn't editing content at 5 a.m. Like, that's how it's all planned out in my book, in my diary, in my calendar. But it just didn't happen because of external situations. Now, if it was me and I was the one that was staying in bed because I wanted to, the one that was doing this, one that was doing that, then sure, I would say I'd be a little bit more annoyed. But when it's something that's way out of my control, I can't control Rome waking up, so that's why it's a little bit later. But today we have the longest swim to date, which is 2,000 meters. So the workout's gonna go, we've got a swim easy, so 200 meters just normal swimming, 200 meters with fins, 2 times 100 meters kickboard with fins, and then it just says rest as needed before main set. Normally I'll just take a minute. Main set is going to be 3 rounds of 100 meters with the pull and paddle. So pull buoy between the legs and then paddles on the hand, which is going to descend from 1 to 4. 3 rounds in total, so it's going to be 12 lots of 100, and then they have 20-second rest in between. Cool down is then 200 meters pull easy, and then just what a descend is the goal is to get faster from in the set. So let's say first set is 1 minute 50, the next set you could be 1 minute 45, next set after that 1 minute 43, next set after that is 1 minute 39. So the first set is always going to be the slowest, the last set has to be the fastest. Now this is, I assume, so your body can get more used to when working better or working harder when it's tired. That's my thought process behind it. Not really a reasoning that my coach has put down, but it's the reasoning that I would think it is. It's like tempo runs. You start off 40-minute easy, 20-minute tempo. That is so your body can get used to working in that fatigued area when your legs are a little bit more tired. Hey, swim complete. It went okay. I am not happy with it. So let's just pull up the training peaks and we'll go through the swim. So it said that it was going to take me 55 minutes. I did it in 43 minutes and 45 seconds. Average pace was predicted to be 2 minutes 45. I did it in 2:12, which is great. So one, that's very much on plan. The only thing that I would say wasn't as on plan was when it said to get quicker each split, some of them with the same pace. So there was one that was like, I did 2:12, I did 2:10, then I did 2:9.45, so like 4/5 of a second. And then the last set, the buoy kept falling, so then that was a 2:12, which is annoying, but it is what it is. That's the way these things play out. And then the last sets of the 12th was a 2:06 overall. So that's when I was just like, right, this one, we have to give everything left in the tank. And it did. So now it is 9:30. As you can see, classic, I've been forgetting to do the recording after. It was like 8 o'clock, I was done swimming. So got back, had a coffee, sat and spoke to Freya. Then I set up a aircon unit that we've bought. So we bought crazy, we've got aircon all in this house, but we bought one to see if it will go outside costs us like 80 quid. So when we're sat outside, Rome can have a little bit more aircon. Fingers crossed, it means you can sit outside a little bit more during the summer, and potentially in the cooler months like spring and autumn, where it's still warm but it's not as hot as it would be in the summer here. And then I have edited the first little bit of TikTok. Then we've got to get into Instagram content, the YouTube from my other channel, and then got like haircut, gym and all that to fit in as well. And then 3 meetings today, so I've got a whole team, 2 meetings today actually, a whole team meeting and then a head coach meeting. It would normally be an EA meeting today, which is my assistants, but because there's a whole team meeting, I'm not going to be doing that one. With my assistants, I meet with them 3 times a week, so that would have been, we will not have one on Saturday because my friend's here, but that's fine. And then we've got to spend the evening working on ads and just a little bit more content. Freya's got a bit of work to do as well, so I've got to look after Rome in them time frames. But overall, I feel like it's going to be a good day. Each week, I will sit and do like an hour thinking about the business's direction. So whether that's like how the marketing's going, how lead flow is, and just go across each department and look into that department and kind of like think of solutions to it. So for example, this month with Instagram, there's been a lot more restrictions in terms of being able to message. So we haven't actually been able to message anyone new off Freya's account since the 2nd of July. My account's been going in and out of not being able to message, being able to message, so probably a lot less messaging volume on it, but we're having to find solutions around it. So the first one was to bring back discovery calls rather than just doing solo, like selling in the DMs, which we've worked on. Then it will be looking at potential, it's August, so going into the end of August, reaching out to all ex-clients that have worked with us, see how they're doing, potentially for them to start in September, which is when most people start to look about losing weight again. So it's just getting everything in place and starting pre-planning. There is a question on it as like, what's going to happen over the next 4 to 8 weeks? Now, sometimes the response is the same. Say like when I'm doing a 6-week challenge plan, because it takes me a couple of weeks to get everything in place. It's like, I'm still working on the 6-week challenge. And it's just, at least I've got a picture of how everything's going. And then it means we can make sure nothing is not crossed off, and then that gives me like a week worth of work that I need to do in the blocks that I can do them in, outside of content and coaching and parenting. But yeah, gonna get into that task now, and then I've not even eaten yet, but I think the next time I'll eat will probably be, well, when I have my first meal, will probably be lunchtime. I'm just gonna shift some meals around today as I'm not overly hungry at the minute. I'm a little bit hungry, but I just want to get this big task done first and then start doing dinner, because it's just like lunch, because then it's like stop-start, which is annoying. So let's get into this task now. You can see we've got the double screens loaded, so let's go. So I had a meeting with the whole team, so that is 3 assistants, 5 coaches. That's We're on that call where we were just speaking about how the month's gone, and also just what we're looking to do going forward into August, as August is like a strange month in coaching. It's a lot of people have holidays, but then always there's people that go on holiday maybe June, July, and they're not happy with how they look and they're ready to go. Whereas August, it's like the people that are the back end of the holidays, so they might be like, oh, I want to start at the end of the month. So it's all about just priming for the back end of August/September. Everything that you do in coaching is something that the impact comes weeks later, not instantly. So all the social proof that we're putting out every single day is the long-term impact will probably benefit us the end of August, September time, when people can scroll through our page and see all of this. But yeah, it was just covering marketing strategies that I thought of and that we're going to take approaching this month. Every month I'll give new insights. So I'm just going to sit and have this. It's from Applied Nutrition. It's sparkling protein water apple burst. It has 10 grams of protein, 0 sugar. It's pretty much per can 44 calories. Not that I care about the calories. It's quite refreshing. Now, the reason why I got them is because after the gym, it was after a run one time, I was at the gym and I was like, oh my God, I really want a drink that's not water, that's not electrolytes, because that's all I had on me, just because I've been sipping them the whole run. And I saw this, so I grabbed one and I thought, wow, this is so good. But it cost, at the gym, they cost me £5. So I came home, ordered a pack of 12 for 20 quid. Because I was like, oh, I will probably crave these more because they were really nice. And that's the story of my sparkling water. But now I've got left to do is some Instagram content and YouTube videos and then ad work. I'm actually going to help Freya strategize her content as well so we can maximize that, because we pay for a videographer to come around, so it's better to just have like two brains on the approach. And I haven't done the content because firstly, Freya has absolutely smashed it today and she's cleaned the whole house. Normally we have a cleaner, but we cancelled the cleaner this week because I have friends come in, so I wanted to make sure the house was nice and clean for when they come. So Freya's just like done the cleaning today when the cleaner would have done it instead. So down here was a bit of a mess, so I wasn't able to do the Instagram content. Then Rome's been a little bit ill, but now he's gone out of the house, so fingers crossed he's a little bit better when he comes back. So I've just basically done most of my other tasks and then got the content to do, which I always regret because it is a little bit of a drag content, but needs must stay. Sit and enjoy this and then set up the office for the YouTube content. Just to note as well, it's 4:10. Still haven't gone to the gym yet, which might mean I might go for a quick workout at my community gym, which is like where the pool is, just to do a little bit of mobility work for my legs and maybe a bit of strength. But we'll see how I feel. I do want to get the workout in. It's just one of them days where I prioritise the training that's towards the goal that I'm working towards. It's just a struggle to get this in with all the work that I've got to do, and I've got to do like my evening stretches as well. So a lot on.